guys, welcome back to the Writers' Room. On today's podcast, we're going to be talking about someone named Mr. Doctor Strange.
Mr. Doctor.
Mr. Doctor.
Mr. Doctor, that's
for
weird.
those too close to him.
And Tilda Swinton, because she was dope.
She was dope as fuck.
Balls.
Dope.
Welcome back to another episode of the Writers' Room here on HollywoodRedux.com. This week we're talking about Doctor Strange, the latest Marvel entry.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yes. We're missing we're a man down this week. We have a missing man.
Really?
Matthew Bolton is
Bolton
can't be here today because he's conducting very important business
research, maybe
at Lambeau Field, seeing a Packers game.
having the time of his life.
Yep. So we salute you, Titletown, et cetera. But we went to see Doctor Strange.
We did, which was as
absolutely.
epic. Well, I don't know if it's as epic, to be honest, but it's pretty up there.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting.
I had a good time.
I had a great time, guys.
As usual, we will talk about a little bit of the plot and ruin a little things.
Yeah.
So if you don't like spoilers, tune out.
Lots of
go see
spoilers.
Watch the
come
movie
back.
first,
Yeah.
and then come back and see this podcast.
That's right.
And then
Yeah.
we'll discuss. There we go.
So in the meantime, Matt's not here, but you have me. I'm Katie.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Grisalia, and we're coming at you from HollywoodRedux.com, guys.
Yeah, we're just coming into November from our fabulous Halloween Redux event, our month-long October horror celebration filled with blood and scares and
Or not
free
enough blood.
merchandise
Free
that
products,
we gave away to
yeah.
people who
Swag.
participated in the little
Swag.
sweepstake.
That's right.
Yeah. So that was really fun. Those people, look out for your prizes here in the near future.
Thank you to everyone who participated. You guys were like insane, like sharing and whatnot. So
Yeah.
thank you guys
Thank you
very
so
much
much.
again.
Yeah, we had over 20,000 entries.
Over 20,000
That's
entries,
unreal.
guys. Thank you so much for being a part of that.
Yeah, and in the meantime, too, you should go back and check out all the episodes of our shows that we did because they're all Halloweenified. So we had really scary gameplays on our IGL podcast, our video game show.
And that way, Halloween's not over.
Yeah,
See?
Halloween lives forever.
Halloween lives
lives
forever.
forever. That's right.
You're welcome.
And
Just
so,
rewatch it.
but the first week in November, though, seeing Doctor Strange was a pretty bold way to start the
Dude,
next
what
chapter.
a great
of
way to
fall.
start
Yeah.
November, to be honest.
Yeah,
With
that's right.
that being said, I freaking love the movie. And,
Yeah,
and I'm a
uh-huh.
little, you know what? I'm a little jealous. Mikey saw it twice.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Mike's now seen it
sorry.
twice, so
So-
his
Sorry, I
opinion
have a
is-
nephew who would love it and did.
Thanks for the invite, bro.
You seem busy.
Well, what did you love about it?
Well, I mean, one, Katie, you and I both talked about this before the movie. Obviously, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah.
One, I mean,
We
those
are
big blue eyes. Come on
self-proclaimed
now.
Cumberbitches, members
I
of
know about
that
that.
online tribe.
Ooh.
It's on
We're gonna
Tumblr.
censor that,
I didn't
right?
make it up. Oh, sorry. Is that too naughty for the show?
No, Mikey's
No.
It's the Tumblr
It's
thing.
totally
Mikey's just
cool.
jealous that he's not one. That's all.
I'm just, maybe I am.
Smog?
I just don't
Smog.
know.
But I do think that the movie lives and dies on the backs of, like, basically him, Tilda Swinton, and then also Rachel McAdams, who really contributed a lot of
think it was
genuine,
a good-
authentic emotion.
Thank you, Christine Palmer.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, she's a Marvel character in her own right.
And-
Maybe she'll be in another movie as a superhero.
Come back.
No,
We
seriously,
love
and
you.
overall, I think it was a really good cast all around,
Yeah.
man. One thing we did talk about, like, right after the movie, and it's something I really would like to discuss, is, like, the visual effects, I think. This movie definitely, for me, is the most outstanding when it comes to that, because they put the most dedication and time, especially in those close-up shots that we got a lot.
Yeah.
It's very visual effect, like, heavy
Intricate.
base, yeah.
It's
so,
very intricate seeing the walls change and morph and
absolutely.
kaleidoscope into different scenes and different rooms and different worlds.
Absolutely. So, to me, I think that definitely is something that stood out the most. I mean, obviously, again, good cast all around, but I was very impressed with Marvel, because that's usually, for me, one of the problems. It's always like a hit and miss, kind of. So, this one, aces, guys.
Yeah, you hit it. You hit it on
I
the
think
head.
it's a very serviceable entry in the
Yeah, dude.
MCU.
Yeah.
I think, it could be a pretty run-of-the-mill origin story, a la Ant-Man. Sorry, Ant-Man.
So,
But
You
I
tried,
think
man.
I think it's elevated by, like, Mr. Cumberbatch, of course. Although I do see some similarities between him and a TV character, Dr. House. I mean, you gotta.
Oh, he's also a doctor.
He's
Mr.
a
Doctor?
crotchety doctor
Mr. Doctor?
who sustains an injury, which, anyway.
love that,
His
dude.
love for
Also
life.
played by a British actor feigning an American accent.
there you go.
Whoa,
There
the
you go.
parallels are insane right now.
Yep. I'm just saying. Anyway, but
I'm watching
but
the
his
movie.
performance, I mean, you gotta love him though. But anyway, it's not Hugh Laurie, it's Cumberbatch,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
adorable. And I think that Tilda Swinton is probably one of my favorite characters in that whole universe.
She was
as the
incredible,
ancient
dude.
one.
The ancient one was awesome.
She's such a like otherworldly space alien anyway, just her general presence. So
Yeah.
in the movie she already kind of had that aura. So you did feel
I
as
really
if
wish she was like a real master. That like
her chakra.
I wish that
I
was
believe she
real.
is. I'm like Tilda could teach.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. I was like, please
absolutely.
teach me. Just like,
Her chakra lessons are just like the best. I love them. Absolutely.
and she rocks the bald.
dude,
She
rocks the
does.
balls.
Yeah.
It looks so
For
good.
sure.
I like seeing that little scar thing on her forehead
Oh yeah,
at the end.
the symbol of the dark dimension.
Yes, the
Yeah.
dark dimension. It was pretty dope.
All the costuming I think was pretty dead on too, like, or at least pretty comfortable. I mean, like,
Yeah,
for
like-
sure one. But they just all looked really badass, dudes.
They
Like,
did.
God, this movie was so good. I can't I really want to watch it again. That's the reality.
That is the reality.
There you go. So
What you know what I loved? I loved Kai Silius's eye makeup.
oh yeah, played by Mads Mikkelsen.
glitter?
Hannibal.
That's right.
Yep.
The glitter.
It was glitter. It would just flicker and change. And I noticed in the second watching he was crying visibly, but I didn't notice the tears were coming through the makeup.
I noticed that on the first one.
It was so intense and so beautiful too. I appreciated that so much, seeing it like transition and change.
Well, it
and
was like
glitter.
they had looked
Yeah.
into that dimension.
Yeah.
They had looked into the dark dimension, and that's
It
what had
stuck
come
with
back
them,
through them.
basically. Yeah.
Like, that's that tribe who wanted to bring that dimension in. I don't know. Okay,
The cultists.
okay. Like all that being said, the story itself. I mean, the villain story. Like it's a little broad strokes. There's not a lot
Yeah.
of like genuine emotion or anything that signified anything for the human experience. Like I think it was just very impersonal, maybe is a good word for it, because we didn't know that character on a psychological level. We just knew basically 3 facts about him.
All his family was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came to them broken.
And we were told
and
throughout the
he
movie, too,
Stole
like-
the pages from the book and wanted to bring the darkness.
Like, we were reminded
That's
throughout
about
the
it.
movie that was like, hey, he did these 3 things, or these are
Yeah.
the 3 things that describe this person.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Don't forget
Good
it.
luck.
Yeah. So I always love when in the story somehow we find a way to make like the main character and the antagonist be the shadow version of the other. So
Yeah.
I think what would have been more interesting to me to see play out, especially because Mads Mikkelsen is such a tremendous actor.
Dude, I'm so happy he was in Doctor Strange.
I
He's so
loved
badass.
seeing him. He looks cool as hell, but he's such a tremendous actor. I feel maybe if he'd been given a little bit more to work with, that connected him directly to Stephen Strange more, instead of it was like there was a threat going on and Stephen Strange kind of like, oh well, yeah, I guess instead of like, just fixing my hands, I guess I'll help you. It was sort of like, intersected with their story as opposed to the hero is, going through and the story is because
Yeah.
of all of his decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that would have been maybe a bit more enjoyable from a movie-going perspective, from like a storytelling perspective. But alas, I mean, but
Here we are.
for a Marvel movie, for a comic book movie, it was pretty fun. And
I think of the recent Marvel movies, it's probably my favorite.
I can see that.
It looked good. It obviously had about the same amount of story, and it delivered on what I wanted from it. In a
fulfilled the destiny
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
like previews and such for you.
exactly the
Yeah.
the world's changing, the all the sanctums being destroyed. That I really enjoyed that, and I think it worked for me, and so I'm happy with it. But I did want to note the New York sanctum was like guarded by only one person, and I assume that normally they only have the one master anyways, but like Hong Kong had 15 people. Like, could you not get people from wherever they were?
Here's my theory.
This is
To
seeing
New York
it
in
twice
time?
gets
This
you.
is seeing it twice.
This is
on
seeing
my
it twice
Here's,
gets you. You start to notice that.
here's my theory. They were already, by the time we got there, it was already chaos. So, like, maybe all those other people protecting it were, like, I'm sorry to say, like,
Dead.
yeah. So,
Damn,
like, that's why we
dead.
only saw the one person.
Sure.
Maybe.
Let's go with that.
Maybe.
go
That's
with
my theory.
Let's go with that. I think it was only one master.
It could be, yeah, it could be just one master protecting.
And
That's
then like
what
they're all like, well, Hong Kong's the only thing we have left. Let's
Everyone
go for that.
fly over there.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Good note, Mike.
I think my other big gripe with the story is that the path of Stephen Strange, the bulk of the movie, I really wanted to experience the journey that he went on from when he was like at his lowest point to when he becomes Doctor Strange,
Right.
the hero. I just really wanted to stay in that part where he was like training with the Ancient One and learning the magic and all that stuff. And it felt like that went by so snappy. And I was like, that's the part that's really interesting about this character is that his origin, how he becomes Doctor Strange, is so bizarre. I mean, it's Doctor Strange. It's very strange.
Well,
and unique.
The deepness of like having to change yourself and not be so selfish anymore is definitely something his character goes through. But as you said, like, you don't see very much of it. He only has like a montage of stealing some books to learn more,
which was fun.
I did love
a lot
it.
of fun.
I did love it.
I
And then
had
he's
that
just
power, you
like
guys.
he's sleeping, but at the same time he's learning through his astral projection.
how much that would have
making use
helped
of time.
in college.
Oh my god.
But that brings up this. Some of the ancillary characters are really fun, like Wong. We really enjoyed.
Wong
Wong
was
was
so cool. Oh my god.
And of course, Chiwetel Ejiofor as Mordo was great.
And then of course there's always Gormammu,
The dark one.
the dark one.
Nah,
I've come here to bargain.
We were laughing. We thought it was Ormammu. No, it is Gormammu.
Gormammu.
2-time viewer filled us in.
Confirmed by Mr. Hess over there.
Gormammu is
And
the
it
bad
just
guy.
he says it over and over again too, so I actually got to catch it the second.
Apparently, saying it over and over didn't help my case.
You know, you go to one theater, it sounds so-so. And you go to another place, and it's like,
Bam.
Oh,
I can hear the
as hell.
movie. It does pay to go to a better theater, I tell you.
yeah.
I do want to add, which like I really want, is Doctor Strange's cape and
the
how
cape.
he dries the tears. Dude,
Oh my God.
I lost my shit when like
Its personality was so
He was like a horse.
beautiful.
He was like
It
his
was.
It was like
steed.
Aladdin's carpet, magic carpet.
pretty much, man.
Gotta love
It's
the cape. Everybody needs a cape.
Protects him.
It's like Baby Groot, the cape. Marvel's really cuting it up these days. Huh?
Seriously, Marvel,
Oh.
you guys, high five.
Yeah, Baby
Cutesies.
Groot's just like,
That's a whole nother conversation in itself, man.
sorry.
Cutesy.
Don't open that cute door, man.
Come on.
Don't open that cute door.
Sorry, we won't go there.
Not
That's
yet.
another podcast. Marvel's cutest fucking creatures. All right, we'll go there another time, but
Guaranteed.
But for this episode, I think we did Doctor Strange right. So for the writers' room, I am Michael. I'm at What the Hess.
There you go. You got through that.
I did. Oh,
I'm Katie. I'm at K Moles.
And I'm Chrysalia, and I'm at Chrysalia on all social
Everybody
media.
think very carefully before you give out your handles.
Just almost forgot there for a second.
and as usual, we're coming at you from HollywoodRedux.com.
yeah.
Be sure to check out all of our content. We have weekly shows of gaming.
Video
gaming,
games. VR.
VR's
Lots
coming
of cool
out.
stuff.
That's right.
Or on the K-Files. Watch the
Maybe.
K-Files with us.
Be
Hey.
surprised.
Some other writers' room, maybe. Some IGL, maybe.
We're making
too.
a portal as
Thank
we
you,
speak
Marvel.
for us to exit out of with my sling ring.
Whatever
That's
it
what
was,
they
like,
called it.
all magic hands here.
Be sure to subscribe below. And you know what? There might even be a video right over here. You
Yeah.
might want to
Like,
click.
I don't know.
click it.
We'll click and find out.
Click and like it. Click and like.
Click it. Gormammu!
See you guys.
Gormammu!